Hi, this is Barbara Bertucci, and I am here to share with you tonight about a better way and the NECAN. I'm an independent wellness consultant, and I've been with NECAN for over 24 years. Woohoo! So here we go. Get this going. Oh, back up. Okay, so we got a better way. Yay. So NECAN, discover it, live it, and share it. I'm just so thrilled to be sharing with you tonight. And hopefully, if you're on video, on the recording, then you can stop at any time and read the slides. I'm going to go through them quite quickly, but you can always get with the person that invited you or shared this with you to get more explicit information. Okay, so active wellness, collaborative entrepreneurship. You know, we've been talking about collaborative entrepreneurship now for some time, and I just love that because it just brings everybody together. And let's see if we do that better. Okay, it brings all the things that you're doing. The day of the find a corporate job and do it for 40 years and retire and get the pension, it's gone. So we look to collaborate, to work together, to blend the things that we've been doing in our education to have an income. So I invite you today to look at where in this circle might you be out of balance? Healthy mind, family, society, finances, body. I know for me, my body was out when I first started NECAN, and that affected my mind, it affected my family, I never even contributed to society at that point. And I could just barely do the job I was doing. So it affected our finances as well. So if this was like a tire, it affects the whole thing, even though it's just one area. I do like to put spirituality in the middle because I think that's important. And we strive here in NECAN, and I love that this is our thing, to bring this into balance. And so it's never there. You're always at a ebb and flow, right? We're always up and down and up and down. But the whole thing is to have that even keel in the midst of all the things that are going on. And so that's what's so exciting. I just had company leave. I had a lot of things going on. And I had a bad back when I started in NECAN. And because of, I did bring it. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to share a little bit along the way. But because of this wonderful little gadget here, I can do things and I don't hurt. It's pretty amazing. It's a 5x7 energy pad that is tremendous for me. Transformed my life in 3 days. Okay, so anyway, so the compounding effect. This is amazing because every choice you make every day gives over time can make a radical difference in your life. Now, you know, I say, well, you can have chips today or you can maybe have a donut. But if you had a donut every day, and I think that TV show about the guy who ate at McDonald's definitely made a difference because he almost couldn't go back from the damage he did for eating McDonald's every day for 30 days. So, but small choices on a consistent time can make a radical difference in your life. So whether you're choosing to be better and drinking more water, maybe adding a little salt, maybe sure that you balance your meals and have protein with it. But this affects everything in income, health, relationship, happiness, and success. No matter what, we can choose. And I'd like to think of it as well as a sailboat. If you just tweak it 2 or 3 degrees, over time, you're going to end up in a whole nother country, right? Rather than just heading straight on. So that is what we are all about. You know, we all are aging, but we don't need to get old. And that is what I'm all about. I'm going to live to 103 and have all my vitality. So here you go. Finances is the number one source of stress. So if you look at this quadrant from Robert Kiyosaki, we have the employees on the left-hand side and self-employed, and that's 5% of the wealth, 95% of the population there. Pretty amazing. But on the right-hand side, we have 95% of the wealth and 5% of the population. So we have there you needed to have money to invest and um, to really be a part of this side of the picture. And NECAN actually gives us uh, a leg over. It gives us a way to still be employed and create your own business with low overhead and the potentiality of having your own business and such, because you're you're not trading time for dollars. You are building and compounding, which is something that's pretty amazing, and I'll go into that in a minute. So the new trend, the gig economy, is pretty amazing. So we talked about bringing the entrepreneurship and bringing collaborative entrepreneur together. So we try to balance this work and relationship. And I'm going to show you this because I think it's really important. So GM, if you look in the lower quadrant, in 2012 had 54 billion in sales. Uber was 60 million. Now in February 2017, Uber succeeded GM at 68 billion and GM is at 55 billion. So they had an increase, but not like Uber. And that's because there's flexible time. People could continue to do their own job and work at their own pace. So here we go. So now look at this. In February 2012, Amazon was at 83 billion. Walmart was to 212 billion at the lower part of the screen here. And now look at February 2017, Walmart was at $205 billion and Amazon is at 385 billion. So we are shifting, in our younger generation, shifting the economy, shifting the fast-paced, receive it at our door. I don't know. To see Amazon increase that much is tremendous. I mean, that's a 300-time increase. That's just amazing. But it's still on the rise and people still use it. I know I've ordered through it. So I do try to keep things local, but at times it's just a little easier to bring it that way. So here we go. Oops. Okay, here we go. So collaborative entrepreneurship, the NECAN advantage, it's a turnkey, low cost entry, leadership development plan. I know that I wouldn't be speaking on this program this way when I first started. I did medical billing. I was in the back office. I met doctors and such, but nurses and things. But I just wanted to build, have flexible time to be with my kids, pick them up from school, bring them to soccer. I talked to moms at the soccer field. I just mapped it on in my life when I was doing things already. And that was really, really important to me, to have control of my own calendar, my own time, and to take things in stride and learn as I go. And that's what we do here in NECAN. So what does NECAN entrepreneurs do? We leverage and compound others. And this is a way to show it. So you join NECAN, you share and promote, you invite people to come on board. NECAN handles all the logistics, all the shipping, the order entry, the marketing materials, the brochures and things you can print out. You can link people there. They even include your own website, all the research and development, just amazing. And now we have also some great rewards and commission incentives that we have. So here's the cash flow engine. So initial startup is low income coming in. And actually there's a way that if you did it correctly, you can actually earn some NECAN bucks back and get a few more products. Monthly support. So we have consumables and things that we can get on a discounted rate when we commit to doing it monthly or bi-monthly or quarterly, every other month or quarterly, or even semi-annually. So, and that's filters and replacement parts and such. And people start to really understand NECAN. They'll start to want to shift and have a wellness home and upgrade. So here we go. You can upgrade with a water bottle or buy up into a waterfall system. And that's an amazing thing. And then additional users, like I know when I got my sleep system, I put on my bed. Well, then it wasn't shortly after that I got the kids their sleep system, because we want everybody sleeping well in the house, and that reduces significant amount of stress. And then when new technologies come out, like our grounding pad, that's a new one out right now, and that's phenomenal. And well, showing that a little bit. There it is. And so let's see. Okay, so it's a purpose-driven business model. So we look to, in the collaborative entrepreneur, we do share ABC-wise, but we when we're sharing, we'll share a little bit about the business and these amazing technologies, and they'll either come on board in our business, or they'll look to come and get a wellness home start, or the whole thing. You never know. So we teach people to shoot for 5 wellness homes and 3 core people of influence to do the same thing that you're doing. Look for a retirement plan, something we can will onto our children, bring that extra income in, and have that. I know a lot of us don't have the money in the retirement plan that we need to have, that safety net. And so that's what this NICAN can do, is bridge the gap of that. So what we do is an ABC method, so that you learn as you go. That's really the basic thing for that, learning as you go. And we support one another along the way. It's an amazing teach 3 to reach 3. And we build sustaining growth and income, and support really a learning curve, learning ways. And then your potential. So this is a really great analogy about the apple. And we just don't know how many, we know how many seeds are in an apple, but we just don't know how many apples are in each seed. So you can, I just say, don't prejudge anybody, and share with them. And if they are interested or intrigued, then just sign them up as a customer, and you can earn through the retail business. This is our core of influence. And there's you can do a whole talk just on that one. But there's potentiality of making money, significant money here in NICAN. And like I said, I've been with NICAN for 24 years, and I'm a Royal Diamond, and it's amazing. So enjoy this. Here's the ways that you can earn money. Retail profit, cash bonuses, lifestyle bonus, incentive trips, personal rebates, group overrides, leadership bonus. There's some amazing things that we have in this, but really what's amazing is our technologies. They are by far tremendous. We all have stress in this new age, especially America, well, anywhere actually in the world, but it's the common denominator for heart disease, diabetes, fatigue, allergies, sleep, and weight. It's all of that. That's stress as well as sleep. Because if you're stressed out, you're not sleeping well, and that's the same thing. Between sleep, stress, and dehydration, all these things can occur. The heart disease, the fatigue, body stiff achiness, all different things can start to happen with just not being hydrated, not having a good night's sleep, or being stressed out. So we have outdoor, indoor, 7 million premature deaths annually are linked to air pollution. Oh my. According to the World Health Organization. Here in Florida, our windows are double paned. And so we've got a really nice, tight little niche group here. But we need to look at also our water. I got a notice in the mail about our water having, we already added chloramine, which is a fancy name for ammonia. And our chlorine wasn't doing its job. So we had to have chloramine to the water. And it said, if you, not to put your fish in the water, or if you have kidney dialysis, not to drink the water. But everybody else, it's okay to drink the water. I don't think so. If my fish can't live in it, I don't want to be drinking it. That's for sure. But, they filter out things, particulates and such, but they don't filter out all the contaminants that's in the water. And it says bottled water has been known to contain over 24,000 chemicals, including in endocrine disruptors, endocrine, which is your hormones. So that's not anything we want to have there either. So health trends, oh my gosh, children, obesity is on the rise, cancer's on the rise. I don't need to underline any more than that. We need to eat more vegetables. We need to get out and exercise. We need to park these mobile devices and try and teach our children to thrive. It's the first time ever in the world that that we are going to outlive our children. And we need to stop that. We need to bring awareness to this. We need to underline this so that we can shift it and start to have them be more conscientious of their health. So what's the answer? Be healthy by choice, not by chance. Choosing active wellness. And here we go, certified Nikken Wellness Home. Oh my goodness, our path to active wellness and is just an amazing thing. You can go ahead and get all of these things to enhance your home, or you can do it one step at a time. And I know I have Chris on the line. I think you can unmute yourself. I'm pretty sure I've got it that way. So I'm going to ask you to share in just a moment. But we have packs. We have Nikken Wellness Home, Nature Rest, Deep Restful Restorative Sleep. We've got pillows. We've got comforters. What we've done is we've brought Earth's energy from outside, like the greenhouse effect, and brought it inside to our home here. And then we can sleep better, we can rejuvenate, and we can have that restorative sleep. Pretty amazing. Anytime you see packs like this in Nikken, you're going to save money. So here's the Wellness Home Pack Pie water pack with the waterfall, which emulates the water from a waterfall, which puts out the negative ions, and amazing alkaline, pure water from 8.5 to 9.5 alkalinity. Awesome. And you get an extra filter. You get a water bottle that produces the same water with some extra filters and extra straws. And you get your choice of a shower head with an extra filter in the water pack. So that's an amazing pack right there. Now the shower puts off an acidic water because our skin needs to have the acidic water to thrive and to protect. And then your hair feels smoother, your skin feels better, and it's amazing. So the Wellness Home energy pack for daily energy. I talked about some of these things. Energy and relaxation. This is another one. This little white Kinko Touch is pretty amazing. It's a beam of energy. And I'm going to stop sharing. Well, I'm actually going to just have Chris come on board. Chris, you can share any of these or any of the ones you would like to share. Okay. Chris from out in Utah, right? Utah?
Spokane, Washington.
Spokane, Washington. Way out west.
We can't quite see Utah from here, but it's down there. So yeah, so the energy pack, I because of this energy pack. I had a catastrophic injury of my back more than 20 years ago, and just really were no answers that just in traditional medicine. Even my doctors felt that I wasn't a good surgical candidate just because of the collection of injuries that I sustained, where they were and how they were interacting. It was kind of, we can fix this one if it makes that one worse. And, you know, there was no really good outcome, but I was introduced to Nikken about a year and a half after I was hurt. And that same flex that you held up earlier that you used on your back, that saved my life. And I wasn't as fast as you. You said about 3 days for you to have a major change. It took about 35 days of me wearing it daily to where the difference was significant enough that I no longer needed to wear I no longer needed pain medication. At that point, I'd been taking way too much medication, but it absolutely changed my life. And I was able to make a full recovery without surgery, just utilizing all of the Nikken products. But as far as the different things in there in the image, you can see at the top next to the Kinko Touch you just showed is the tape. And it's called duct tape, this dynamic underlayment kinetic tape. Kinesio tape. And it's similar to what you'd see athletes wearing, or that maybe your chiropractor or physical therapist would apply to you for some support for a joint that might be injured, or to prevent an injury from coming if you know that you're susceptible, say, from a calf or thigh strain or back strain or something like that. But it also has other technologies in it, including erective ceramic that absorbs and redirects natural energy from the environment to kind of have a warming and relaxing sensation, as well as the negative ions that you mentioned earlier that also cause kind of a relaxation of stress and just a sense of well-being. And so the things that look like feet because they're for your just having those in your shoes. You can do these great little tests. If you know how strong you are, put those shoes in your feet, those insoles in your shoes, and you'll be stronger. Your balance gets better, your action gets better, and you also relax a lot. A lot of us carry a lot of stress because we're either in a job where we can't stand up because we're sitting at a desk all day long, typing and typing and typing, or reading, or whatever we're doing. And when we finally stand up, our back and our legs hurt. Or the other extreme, we're in a job where we're standing up all day. Whether it be in a manufacturing plant, in a retail space, teachers, things where they're constantly standing. When they finally get to sit down at the end of the day, their legs hurt and their backs hurt. And so it's these two extremes that most people experience. Having those insoles in your shoes really helps to relax and prevent some of that fatigue that goes on. And so you do feel better at the end of the day and have more energy during the day. The grounding pad is underneath it there, and that brings the free electrons that are abundantly available all through the earth into your home. Our ancestors used to be out in the dirt. They wore natural fibers, natural materials in their shoes, and so we constantly had that flow of negative ions, which is what your antioxidants do for you. They pretty much repair the damage that is done by oxidative stress by giving those free electrons back to your body to repair damage that's done. But we have that free repair service all around us. It's just, we're pretty insulated from it. So if you have one of these grounding pads in your home, you can sit on it, put your hands on it, or sleep on it. And it has amazing benefits for people. We've had people who've had the best night's sleep they've ever had just by doing that for 30 minutes beforehand, or putting it in their bed and sleeping all night on it. We put a kind of a surly, angry car salesman to sleep by putting it on his lap with his hands on it. He calmed right down and took a nap during our meeting. So if you have someone who needs a nap, this might be for them. So there's the Kenko seat, which has most of our technologies that are in our sleep system. You can have that in your car for those of us that have long commutes. I lives in the Seattle area, and any given day he might be in the car for 6 to 10 hours, depending on where he has to go for work during the day, and then get home. And so it helps to relieve some of that road stress that you might develop. And that's just one of our product lines, is the energy. We also have other ones. Do you want to advance to the next slide? So nutritionally, did you want me to keep going?
Yeah, that sounds good. You're doing great. Thanks.
Okay. So nutrition is one of the other big issues that most Americans and in reality, most human beings on the planet have. A long time ago, we ate whatever was locally available, and we ate it as soon as we got it. But now we have things like grocery stores and Costco, where we're buying in bulk and we're storing it in our refrigerators and in our pantries, where these things have to be shelf stable for months or even years. And so they're chemically altered. They've been fiddled with a little bit so that it makes it so that they aren't actually as alive. The enzymatic action has been halted. And so all of those things that our bodies have developed on this planet to depend upon just aren't there. And so I always say that, if Popeye were to get in a fight with Brutus today and he opened up his spinach, he'd still get creamed, because the spinach that we have today is not the spinach that our grandparents had. The things that are in it just aren't there. And so we all have these holes in our diet. And so things like our Kenzen Vital Balance that we call KVB has a lot of the different proteins and amino acids and fats that we're just not getting on a daily basis. Most of us are getting up early in the morning and getting our energy drink or coffee or donut or whatever, our bagel with everything, and getting onto the freeway and getting to work and spending a lot of time and probably drinking a couple energy drinks or coffees during the day just to keep up. But if that's not really good nutritionally, and you're creating a debt in your body that eventually does have to get paid, and usually the way we pay it is through pain, exhaustion, and disease. And so we can fill some of those debts by having a very convenient, easy to use breakfast replacement, or something that you can do during the day, just mixed with a little bit of clean, purified water, like that would come out of our waterfall. And one of the big things in it is the fat that's in it. Fat's been demonized in our culture for a long time, and it turns out that fat isn't the enemy, sugar is. And so if you can get your body healthy fats, because people might not know this, but your brain is mostly made out of fats. So are most of your nerves. And if your body is having to make your nerves and your brain out of, say, donut grease or fry oil, it will do that. But if you can get it high quality fats that come from pure foods that are organic and haven't been messed with in a lab, you'll have higher quality stuff. So just, you know, if you were going to build a house out of used plywood pulled out of the refuse pile at your local landfill versus brand new material that was engineered and made exactly for the job you were doing, you would have very different end products. Well, your body is your house, and so you want to be high-end products. The jade greenzymes to the left there is a barley grass that is harvested and cold processed into the jar within minutes, and it is still absolutely vitally alive. A little water, as my father-in-law says, if you drink this in the morning, your body will wag its tail. And the Super Siaga, again, it's a wonderful antioxidant, and it has just a broad spectrum of fruits that would be very hard for you to get anywhere, any one place in the world. But it helps supports the full body, all the systems, you know, cardiovascular, your immune system, gastrointestinal, all those things. Makes you happy. Okay.
Yeah.
Next slide.
Awesome.
Okay. Do you want to do this one or have me go?
Yeah, no, this is good. So thank you, Chris. So you can become a customer, just get your feet wet, get a couple of things, you know, try them on, get it and see it. Or like me, I went ahead and got one of the packs initially. Then I started feeling so much better. I wanted everything. And I jumped in part-time, but I went ahead and did the good, better, best. I got a little bit of everything and had it so I could be a product of the product and have a home-based business that I can write off the portions of the house and things that I have as my office. And then shortly, probably within a year and a half, I became a full-time entrepreneur with Nikan, and I haven't looked back. So pretty amazing opportunity for you to, one, get your vitality and stamina and you know, like Chris, you know, get your life back. You know, the potentiality is there. We can't say for sure, but I know that I have a bad back. I won't be cured from what I have. I just don't hurt. And that's tremendous. This little guy goes with me when I travel. I have comforter. I have the, now I have the grounding pad that I like to travel, which, by the way, made a big difference with my veins in my legs. Sometimes when you fly a lot, you get the veins in your lower part of your legs inflame, and it reduced all of that. So I sleep with my pad down by my legs because it's got to touch your skin. So anyway, there's a lot that we can cover. There's a lot of things that you can learn about, and go ahead and get some of these products and play. So get with the person that invited you, and I will stop recording now. Okay, thank you for coming out. Get with the person that invited you, and